faithfully delivering value, interpreting great books from around the world. Hello, this is Sally Book Talks. Today, the book we're going to interpret for you is called Growth. There's a line in the book: a business that isn't growing is dying. But how can we achieve low cost, explosive growth? How can you make users truly fall in love with your product? We can find inspiration from this book. Many internet companies like Facebook, Uber, Airbnb have achieved rapid growth using growth hacking methods. This book has been endorsed by big names like Eric Ries, author of The Lean Startup, and Woo Jun, Silicon Valley venture capitalist and best-selling author. The author, Sean Ellis, hailed as the father of growth hacking, founded the growth hacking community, and co-founded Qualtrics. This company specializes in helping internet businesses optimize customer conversion rates. He once boosted Dropbox's user base and usage frequency by 500% in a year with minimal cost. He also served as growth lead for startups like Lookout, guiding them to billion-dollar valuations within years. The co-author, Morgan Brown, is a seasoned marketing expert and current Facebook product manager. Here comes the key insight. What exactly is the growth hacking methodology? Simply put, it's using scientific data analysis to understand user behavior, then rapidly testing methods to acquire and retain users for explosive growth. Take Dropbox, a cloud storage startup competing against giants like Google and Microsoft on a shoestring budget. Sean Ellis was brought on as growth lead. Analyzing user data, he discovered 1/3 of Dropbox users came through referrals. This revealed Dropbox already had a powerful user community. Users were actively recommending the product to friends. Sean decided to leverage this by incentivizing early users to share more. Back then, competitors commonly offered cash rewards for user referrals. This method is good, but Dropbox really couldn't afford to burn cash. They found another incentive: offering more storage space. Existing users got 250 megabytes extra space for each new referral, and the invited friend also received an additional 250 megabytes. Back then, this was like getting a free external hard drive. For Dropbox, it just meant renting more server space, which was much cheaper than cash rebates. Once the plan launched, the results were immediate. Invite registrations via social media and email jumped by 60%. And of course, this was just the start. After the trial succeeded, Sean didn't stop. He led the team to constantly refine details, launching new experiments weekly, always adjusting and changing. In just 14 months, user numbers soared from 100,000 to over 4 million. This success story was achieved using Sean's growth hacking methodology. Breaking down this method, it's 5 steps. First, assemble a growth hacking team. The team's key trait is its self-innovating and evolving mindset. Step 2, ensure your product is a good one. This is fundamental to growth hacking. Without it, faster growth leads to worse outcomes. Step 3, define clear growth goals to focus the team's experiments. Step 4, run rapid growth experiments to test and validate through trial and error. Step 5, use data analysis to understand user preferences, achieving retention, activation, and monetization at low cost. My take on this book unfolds in 2 parts: theory and practice. Part 1 covers 4 key growth elements: team building, the product's aha moment, growth levers, and rapid experimentation. Essentially, the first 4 steps forming the theory foundation. Part 2 shares practical techniques across acquisition, retention, activation, and monetization to achieve low cost, high growth. All right, next we'll dive into each part, starting with part 1. First up, establishing the growth team. Sean advises that no matter your company's size, have a dedicated growth group with a lead who knows the product, spots growth opportunities, and crucially, reports directly to top management. Because growth teams often need to coordinate company resources, top-level support is crucial. And Facebook's growth team reports directly to Zuckerberg. Besides the lead, the team should include product managers, marketing specialists, data analysts, software engineers, etc. Of course, talent is precious now, and many startups have limited staff. This requires capable people to take on multiple roles. Team size can be reduced, but key roles like data analysts, engineers, and marketers are essential. After building the growth team, we focus on the second element. Having a good product is the prerequisite for applying growth hacking methods. But how do we define good? This is where the indispensability survey comes in. The survey asks just one question. How disappointed would you be if this app disappeared tomorrow? Options. A, very disappointed. B, somewhat disappointed. C, not disappointed. D, don't use it. If over 40% choose A, your product has the indispensability needed for growth. A good product must also deliver the aha moment, where aha represents surprise. The aha moment is when users suddenly see the light, that instant they discover the product's core value. The moment they understand why they need this product. The author uses Yelp as an example, a Western app similar to China's Dianping. Initially focused on business listings, it received lukewarm response. But when developers moved review and pin buttons to center stage, engagement skyrocketed. Users were amazed. Oh, it does this, suddenly finding quality content effortlessly. Yelp's aha moment was authentic, reliable reviews. Similarly, Uber's aha moment was pressing a button and actually getting a ride home. This experience felt magical when it first appeared. If your product delivers that aha moment, it's primed for growth hacking. Next step is defining your growth strategy by discovering your North Star metric. First, what exactly is a North Star metric? Like the North Star at night, this metric guides your growth team's strategy and prevents resource waste. Early Facebook had tons of data from downloads to exits, but teams wasted resources not knowing which metrics mattered. Zuckerberg proposed user engagement as Facebook's North Star metric to guide experiments. Engagement includes shares and time spent on newsfeed. More shares create richer news feeds, keeping users engaged longer, which attracts advertisers and boosts ad revenue. Oh, different products have different North Star metrics. For Yelp, it's how many businesses get reviewed and average reviews per business. More reviews mean users can objectively evaluate businesses. But remember, North Star metrics aren't set in stone. Take Airbnb in New York. They initially focused on increasing hosts, but data showed bookings stayed low despite enough listings. Baffling for a top destination like NYC. Analysis revealed the room photos were, well, just terrible. Bad photos killed booking interest, so Airbnb shifted experiments to photo quality. First, they rented DSLRs for door-to-door shoots, then recruited 2,000 pro photographers. After adjusting their North Star metric, Airbnb's global bookings surged 2.5 times. All right, we've got the growth team, a solid product, and the North Star metric. What's missing for growth hacking? Rapid experimentation. The data and North Star metrics exist to put growth experiments into real-world practice, testing them with actual users. So speed is absolutely crucial for rapid experimentation. Mature growth teams run 20 to 30 experiments weekly, while startups should maintain at least 1 to 2 tests per week. Sean reminds us, finding growth methods is never smooth sailing. Huge wins in growth hacking often come from stacking small successes, just like scientific experiments. Most tests may fail. Success only comes after countless iterations and improvements. A rapid growth experiment has 4 phases: analyze data, submit ideas, prioritize, and set control groups. First phase, analysis. Growth leads and data analysts deeply examine user data to identify distinct segments. For example, comparing frequent users versus those who download but never engage, spotting key differences. Finding these gaps helps convert low engagement users into product advocates. Phase 2, idea submission. Encourage the team to propose wildly imaginative concepts. Never dismiss ideas as too crazy. Any concept could spark success. Compile all suggestions into a searchable repository for easy access. Phase 3, prioritization. The team scores ideas from the backlog. They rank them and pick one to test first using 3 metrics: impact, confidence, and ease. Impact: how much growth could this idea drive? Confidence: how certain are we about achieving that growth? Ease: the less time and resources required, the better. These metrics filter unrealistic ideas and reveal low-hanging opportunities. Final phase, testing. Sean stresses A/B testing always set control groups. Control groups help teams verify if data changes stem from experiments. For example, moving a button. If data improves compared to the control group, the change worked. Many products use rapid growth experimentation. When WeChat launched mini programs in 2017, many didn't even know where to find them. By early 2018, WeChat made its homepage the mini program entry point. To boost daily activity and build user habits, WeChat experimented with games like Jump Jump, which hit 100 million daily active users and familiarized users with the entry. WeChat tested countless details, like moving article-like buttons from left to right, changing hearts to thumbs-up icons. Originally, appreciate, the button became like author for some users during tests. This shows WeChat conducted user-specific A/B tests. Ultimately, growth hacking's core is action. Rapid iteration keeps products vital. The author notes these 4 experiment phases form a closed loop. Regardless of what's tested, maintain rhythm, ideally completing cycles every 1 to 2 weeks. All right, that covers part 1, the 4 growth hacking elements. Next, in part 2, a product's 4 key stages: acquisition, activation, retention, and monetization. First, acquisition. Getting users to download and try your product is growth hacking's initial goal. The author stresses acquisition hinges on compelling ad copy. Let's see an example. When iPod launched in 2001, Apple didn't advertise its specs. Jobs rejected any mention of MP3 player features. She used one simple line: 1,000 songs in your pocket. That phrase resonated instantly, making portable players feel magical. Oh, Steve Jobs understood the iPod's core value, its magical aha moment in letting you carry music anywhere, anytime. The author also cites another example: TikTok, a photo-sharing social platform. When the product first launched, it described its homepage function as online storage for your photos. Market feedback was lukewarm, falling short of expectations. TikTok's founder, Krill, hypothesized maybe users felt a storage tool lacked value for sharing with others. So he and the team changed the ad copy to online sharing of your photos, just a tiny tweak from storage to sharing, boosting users by 53 million in 6 months. Sometimes acquisition just needs a simple variable tweak. A tiny change can yield magical results. Another key method in acquisition is designing a viral loop. A viral loop uses incentives to get existing users sharing your product, driving exponential growth. Like Sean used extra free space to motivate Dropbox users to share. Not only that, you must connect viral incentives with the product's free value. For example, Uber users can get ride coupons by sharing, like students ordering takeout, saving money by sharing digital red packets with friends. Of course, accumulating users isn't the goal. Activating them into active users is what matters. That's the second step, activation. Sean tells us boosting activation hinges on helping new users experience the aha moment faster. The sooner they feel the product's indispensability, the more loyal they become. So for activation step 1, map out a user journey to that aha moment. For example, an e-commerce journey might include downloading, finding items, adding to cart, creating an account, logging in, and binding payment info. What seems like simple online shopping hides many steps users can abandon anywhere. Sean calls these obstacles friction, which developers often miss. If designers never see users stumbling through the product, they'll never understand why frustration arises. The growth hacking principle is don't subjectively imagine why customers churn. Use data to pinpoint where obstacles truly lie. But how do we visually identify friction data? Sean proposed creating a churn funnel report. This report shows user percentages at each stage: download, registration, activation, payment, revealing drop-off points so teams can optimize friction. If registration's the issue, consider one-click logins instead. Many apps allow WeChat or Weibo logins. Another approach is letting users experience the aha moment earlier, like movies and novels offering free previews. This aha moment trial turns users into fans early, flipping churn funnel points. Sean notes friction isn't always negative, some is positive, like completing personal info. Though some find it tedious, we must show users how detailed profiles enable personalized, better experiences. Once we turn new users into fans, we focus on keeping them. Management expert Peter Drucker said business exists to create and keep customers. For products, retention rates offer immense value. One study shows a 5% increase in user retention boosts profits by 25% to 95%. That's why so many products strive to retain users. Like getting emails saying a friend viewed your post or you received a coupon. This is app operators trying to re-engage you. So what systematic methods exist? Sean divides retention into 3 phases: initial, medium term, and long term. First is the initial phase. This phase is critical. It determines whether users quit after one try or stick around long term. Key to initial retention: optimize user experience by identifying where new users face friction, then quickly remove it to guide them toward the aha moment. In mid-term retention, the focus shifts to helping users gain satisfaction gradually, making product usage habitual. Amazon Prime nailed this. Priced at $99, it offers 2 compelling rewards. First, 2-day delivery. Second, free shipping. When Prime launched, many analysts mocked it as doomed to fail. Their argument: free shipping was too costly for Amazon to sustain, but they were quickly proven wrong. Users signed up as members, they experienced satisfaction from free shipping and fast delivery with every purchase. People kept reinforcing that the $99 was a smart choice, a psychological payoff. And in the Amazon bestseller, The Everything Store, the author notes that $99 wasn't just a fee. Its real power was rewiring psychology, making people shop nowhere else. Once hooked, members automatically turn to Amazon when wanting to buy anything. The greater the perceived value, the stronger the long-term retention. Result? A plan projected to break even in 2 years did it in just 3 months. When users reach long-term retention, they're loyal fans. Now the goal is continuously delivering greater value to these veterans, like improving product performance through updates. Update cadence matters immensely. Top products have disciplined update rhythms. Each change incrementally boosts user value. The final practical phase is monetization, essentially boosting product revenue. Like earlier methods, step 1 is analyzing data and mapping the journey from acquisition to retention. All profit opportunities, as mentioned, require a monetization funnel tailored to your product's unique traits. This funnel helps teams identify which stages generate the highest revenue. Sean Ellis particularly emphasizes analyzing different user groups' spending patterns, identifying their payment motivations, and validating through rapid experiments. For example, an e-commerce company found that among new users who only purchased once within 90 days of registration, only 55% reached $500 spending in the next 12 months, versus 95% for those making 2 purchases in 90 days. Thus, the growth team deduced that simply getting users to buy twice within 90 days would significantly boost revenue. So they offered free shipping coupons and heavy discounts to nudge users towards second purchases within that window. Okay, that concludes our interpretation of the book's core content. Let's briefly recap. Part one covered four key growth hacking elements: a dedicated cross functional team reporting directly to leadership, ensuring your product is good, measured by indispensability, users experiencing the aha moment, defining the North Star metric, and establishing a growth strategy. Finally, rapid experimentation to keep the system running. Part two shared practical methods across acquisition, activation, retention, and monetization. The book concludes growth work is always ongoing. Indeed, in today's competition, even with resources and knowledge, growth requires luck and relentless effort, let alone sustained growth. The book likens growth teams to sharks. They must keep swimming to survive. Stopping means death. As the author states, a business that isn't growing is dying. Thus, growth hacking ends here for our interpretation. Study notes are below the audio. See you tomorrow.